that first coast? 5 and 7:30.
Oh, let's get back to my stepson. I just realized what he was talking about.
Get that clear out.
Yeah. Gators still gonna beat us? The what? The Gators. I think Gators gonna beat Florida State. The quarterback even playing. I don't think.
We got Appleby. Appleby better than Del Rio.
Man, the only reason I think Florida playing with you, because Florida they beat LSU Saturday.
We got a defense.
Yeah.
Cook won't go for no 250 against us.
They beat LSU. They held LSU 4 times from the 1.
I would move until we get ready to go on.
They put up, how many they put up Saturday? 20 something points?
You can tell it's you?
Yeah.
No, 16-10.
16. Yeah, they got a good defense.
They said if Dalvin goes for 250, 4 touchdowns, he'll be up in the. He'll get invited to New York. I'm like, Cook ain't getting no 4 touchdowns, 250 against us.
He just might.
The combination between Dak and Ezekiel.
Not unless that defense gas.
Oh.
Now, if we do a lot of 3 and outs, then yeah, I guess it is possible. Huh?
They play at 6:30.
7:30.
7:30.
Because Lake Shore is 5. Is that first coast? It's 5 and 7:30 or 5 and 7, something like that.
5 Landry. Landry didn't know. Landry didn't know he was 5.
Man, Gilbert gonna kill him, man. They beat him 30-0 week 1. First game of the year. Lake Shore was better. They just neither team could have a kicker. That's why they went 7 overtimes, because there was no kicking. Everybody had to go for 2 every single overtime.
One more thing to get through.
I'll tell you what, man. He has
So what we're gonna do if we don't have
magnificent job right there.
if Gilbert don't show up?
Are we already started? Yeah, we ready. Sir.
Yeah,
See around the James, I see.
Nah.
Question of the year.
I don't think Brian might even get every week.
Yeah. We need to. What you drinking over the hot cocoa? I got coffee.
Yes, if you do not mind.
First thing, I saw him play Mandarin, about halfway through the year, and they were like, this is fun. You got right with me? They couldn't run the ball at all. You got right with me? Yeah.
Fine.
And all of a sudden, I almost started clicking. I told them they were going to hang for me.
Come here, Monique.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I mean, sir.
Yeah.
We've been 1 out of 5.
I was trying to get my first shot.
Have a seat, Monique.
They didn't let him kick. That's why he kicked it. Hold up. They were going for 2.
Ball got down. And he come back and touchdown. And 8-2 in front.
Each time they get paid,
All right, we're gonna start taking y'all.
All right, ready?
Are we ready?
I'm fine.
Where your partner from? No.
I don't know if you
Still on top.
I don't think
I know that. I know that.
I picked up the plate. I probably would have gave Duval a chance to get that ball. I kept hitting Duval.
Test the 1, 2, 1, 2. Test the 1, 2. Test the 1, 2, 3.
Defense wins.
You know, go ahead and do that again. You see what
Test the
we got.
1, 2, 3. Test the 1, 2, 3. Test the 1, 2, 3. Test the 1, 2, 3.
That's good right there.
Test the 1, 2, 3. 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 Test the 1, 2, 3.
Good.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Test the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I just called him.
I need something about it. We need something to do about this light, this glare.
What's wrong with the light?
It's a glare right here.
There's always a. All right, Corey. All right, let's ride. It's always a glare right there.
We ready? I'll touch it.
I cannot function in the cold to get my religion. I can't even do it.
Here we go.
It's a glare behind me that I'm trying to block. So.
Can we turn it laptop this way now? Get the glare out maybe?
No, it's a glare.
Oh, because you got that big one right there too, above my head.
Yeah, but that's coming from the light. So that's not the laptop, that's the light. So, you know, see that one?
Yeah, I see that one.
Right, bro. You're welcome.
You see what them Trojans are doing, man?
No, I haven't.
We're gonna talk about the Trojans too, by the way.
What are they doing?
Davis committed to Tennessee.
Yeah, I saw she committed to Tennessee.
Davis outscored a whole entire team the other night.
Wow.
Ready when you are. Test the 1, 2. Good.
Check, check.
Good evening and welcome to the Duval Sports Show here at Gators Dockside. We're here at Gators, Corey, another Duval Sports Show. Man, the final push in the end of the season, football season, basketball's starting up. Lots of stuff from that's on Duval Sports.
Basketball?
Lots of, basketball, man.
We
Basketball
still got
too.
4 weeks left of football, man.
Oh, come on, man. But we got to get some basketball in there too,
little
right?
bit, yeah.
You know, but man, of course, football is king around here. Lots of stuff going on, man. The high school playoffs, big time games last week. Really nice matchups. Some exciting games. All of it is on DuvalSports.com, of course. Corey and myself are writers on that site, along with Q. And so we're here to kind of run down the whole list and the gamut of sports here in Northeast Florida, as we do always. here at Gators. So, man, what's on tap?
Well, we can't. We have to talk about the game, though.
The game.
The game wasn't a high school game.
The game was what?
The game was last Tuesday that you and I attended. That we froze our butts off. And we're there all night.
Man.
7 overtimes.
7 overtimes in the coldest night of the year. I don't know why we got into this business, man, but Fletcher,
Lakeshore,
man, what a game, huh?
they just want to keep playing until midnight.
No one wanted to win that game, and you wanted it to go to 10 overtimes. I don't know, why you would want to stay out there in the freezing cold.
I was just joking, but I mean, I just kept laughing every time they went to overtime.
Man, no, you were actually saying,
Let's play 8. Let's play 9.
Let's play 7. In fact, you're on the highlight video saying, yes, 5 overtimes. I'm like, let's go home.
And then I was like, let's play 6. Let's play 7.
Let's go home. No, but man, what a great game that was. Fletcher came out with the win, so they advanced to the championship. Man, lots of other big matchups. Of course, Reigns and Bowles, big time matchup there. Second round of playoffs. What a shocker that was, though, man. What a shocker.
I wasn't surprised that Bowles won, but I was surprised by the margin. When I kept seeing the scores, I mean, they were up 30-0 at one point.
Right.
Reigns comes back, down 13 at the half. You're thinking, okay, it's a brand new game, and then
Right.
I kept seeing the tweets. I'm like, 40 points?
Yeah. Bowles scored 30 unanswered twice in the first half and then the second half to put up 60 points against Reigns. And Reigns wanted to play Walton on Thursday so they could come and scout Bowles on Friday, and they still got 60 points.
I don't know about that, Dre. I don't think.
No, just the Barney said it. Just the Barney said it.
He said that Reigns purposely played on Thursday.
Yeah,
I was told
he
Walton
said
was going to play on Thursday.
Well, Reigns, Justin Barney said, and it's on Facebook and Twitter, he said Reigns requested they play on Thursday, and Walton said yes. That's what he said.
But why would you want to scout Bowles when you already played Bowles?
Now that's what I asked him. I said, why would you want to scout him again? It's not like it's a team that you've never seen before. I mean, you see them twice a year. Every year, you know what Cork is going to run. You just got to stop it. So, but 60 points, man, just amazing, man. Just an amazing game. But we'll get into some more high school football, a little bit later, man. Lots of stuff going on, man. A little bit of basketball. Renaya Davis committed to Tennessee.
Vols.
Right. Rocket Top, man. Congratulations.
Second Trojan within like a week to commit to a SEC school.
Yes. So they'll be playing against each other. Day Banks and Riri, gotcha. Riri Davis. So, man, we're extremely proud of y'all. Not only because of your athletic prowess, but because of what you've done in the classroom. Renaya Davis talked with me this week. She said one of the major reasons that she chose Tennessee Corps was because of the business program. Man, that just made me feel so great. And of course, Day, she chose Ole Miss because she said they had a good academic program too. So it's just good that they're choosing not only because of the SEC schools, but because of the academics as well.
I saw something on Twitter the other day that said Davis outscored an entire team they played the other day.
Yulee, their first game of the
No,
season.
this wasn't just Julie. This was another game after that.
Oh, Terry Parker, yes,
Probably,
yeah.
yeah,
Man,
Terry
they've been on a rampage. Renaya scored 48. Danisha, I believe, scored 32, 36 in the same game, and they beat Yulee 112-9.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
9.
That's old school Reebok there.
Incredible, man. You can't tell me that the Lady Trojans aren't going all the way again. I mean, I just 112-9. I don't care how bad you are. You can't lose 112-9.
You tell me a better starting 5 than what the Trojans have.
Yeah.
Nobody can touch them.
Nobody can touch him, man. So, man, we're so glad to be here at Gators Dockside once again. That has the best wings in the world, man. I say that I really love them, man.
Honey Chipotle.
Yeah. That's still mine, man. That's still mine.
No,
Get your own.
it's mine since day one.
We've got a great show on tap as always, man. We're going to cover some college football with U and Q. We're going to talk some high school football. We're going to round up the playoffs and preview some big-time matchups. We're going to also talk about the middle school championship, Gilbert and Fletcher. We finally get to see that matchup, Corey. So we're going to talk about that.
I believe we just saw it 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that wasn't real. That wasn't the real Fletcher. We got to see the real Fletcher now.
Oh,
So,
okay.
And we'll also talk a little bit of youth as well. We got the championships going on, so we'll talk about that and a lot more here at Gators Outside for the Duval Sports Show.
Hey.
No, y'all did good 5 to 7 minutes. You was
Coach Knox
What time is it?
messaged me to what's the number so I can call it.
Oh, yeah? Rodney?
Yeah.
Rodney, okay. Okay. All right, we can go,
College right now?
so we can bring on,
All right. I'll let you know. We really don't have a lot to talk about. We got rivalry weekend. Yeah. Don't let nobody sit on my stuff. Hey, time. Put a time.
It's like Robert Marr.
Put a time. Let me know.
They got Georgia, the quarterback, training. They put out the quarterback.
so y'all wanna do, y'all wanna do something with or additional? That's what everybody said, and then bring,
They got the stadium amazing. Conference been putting up 0. Real.
I went for my coffee, but it's cold now.
Okay.
And rolling on, girl.
so we'll let y'all go, and then y'all lead into, okay? So make sure the last thing that y'all talk about is Elon.
Talk about who?
Elon, that's what's going to go to.
Elon.
So,
Elon.
when y'all wrap up.
Got me live streaming, fixing my clothes, live streaming.
Yeah, man, don't show the world the crown jewels.
Yeah.
Presidency, Dr. Soul.
What?
I want to watch that Coco
Okay, look, he fixed his clothes, man. Look.
You know we all on
I didn't realize. Sorry, the
well,
camera was on.
So, make sure the last thing you talk about, Elon, say something about
Okay. We can transition to 1AA playoffs.
Go to DuvalSports.com on the phone with live streaming to give us feedback.
When you do. When you do.
Did you hear me?
You ready?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? Got the earpiece in? Nope. Where's the mic at?
Y'all ready?
See that took the mic with him?
So you bought that?
Hold on.
Where's your other mic at?
Right there? No, that's a laptop. What'd you do with the mic? Missing?
Oh. Look right here.
Oh.
One.
Oh, your foot.
And the three.
Okay.
Let's go.
Good? And we're back on the Duval Sports Show. I'm Q. We're here with Corey.
Oh, sorry.
We're here to talk college sports, college football. Well, Corey, it wasn't much of a weekend this weekend.
No, there was only one really decent game all weekend.
Only one decent game. So let's talk about that game. The Florida Gators traveled to Baton Rouge. Now let's give a little background on this game right here.
We ain't scared of nobody.
Not scared of anyone. This is the game that
We
was
ain't never
canceled.
scared.
Never scared?
We ain't never scared.
I got you. Until we'll talk about that in a minute. This is the game that got canceled due to Hurricane Matthew. LSU refused to negotiate with Florida on the game. They flat out refused to negotiate anything. They said the game is going to be played at our house, or we're not going to play the game at all.
Florida lost 2 home games because of this.
2 home games. Had to buy the other teams out. Florida travels to Baton Rouge, beats LSU, and I believe they were like a 2-touchdown underdog going into this game.
We're not supposed to win it all.
We're not supposed to win it all. Wasn't even supposed to be a contest. It was a formality.
And went in Baton Rouge and smacked them in the mouth.
Smacked them right in the mouth. Held LSU to 10 points. Florida, with that defensive stand, held them 4 times from the 1-yard line. 4 times, and they couldn't score. Wow, that was a great defensive effort.
Yeah, toss sweep to the left. I think there was a possible miscommunication. If the running back would have cut right, he probably walks in the end zone.
Absolutely.
There was nobody on the right.
Right.
But he goes left, and Florida's waiting on him and hits him for a 2-yard loss. The picture of the LSU fans, like, oh, we won. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Like, it was priceless.
Priceless, absolutely. I mean, the guy goes in, he cuts to the right, cuts back to the left, tries to go over the top, and he's stuffed right there. Quite a play. Well, I think that's the only game we really got to talk about as far as last weekend. So let's get into this weekend coming up. This is the weekend that everyone sits around and waits for in college football.
You know, Q, I love this weekend, but I hate this weekend.
Why do you hate this weekend?
Because last weekend of football.
It is the last weekend.
There's one more weekend left, but this is the last weekend.
This is the last weekend of official college football as far as games go.
But I'll tell you from this, from 12 o'clock, I will start with Georgia Tech.
Yes.
And then at 3:30, I will turn it on Alabama-Auburn.
Yes.
And I will finish with o'clock with Florida State. And in between in there, I'll probably watch Ole Miss State.
Right.
On Friday, LSU, Arkansas. No, they changed that. I forgot. Arkansas, Missouri.
Right.
LSU, Texas A&M play Thanksgiving Day. A lot of great rivalries. Even outside the SEC, we got a lot of great rivalries. So, let's start with the Iron Bowl.
Let's start with the Iron Bowl. Roll Tide. First off, everyone knows I'm a huge Alabama fan. The game is in Tuscaloosa. Alabama gets it done. Auburn has really come a long way, but Alabama gets it done. Alabama wins by a touchdown.
Q, you know the one thing that Alabama is known for? Well,
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say, Corey.
You could really say Memphis or Kansas City or Texas.
I know you're going to go there.
But Alabama's known for the barbecue.
We're known for the barbecue.
And, you know, speaking of barbecue, you know, I still haven't tasted your ribs yet, you know.
I know, Corey.
I'm watering for some ribs,
I know, Corey. I know. But I guarantee you, the smoker will be rolling on Saturday, cooking up. I will have something for you.
All right. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, Roll Tide. I mean, there's no way Auburn wins that game.
Absolutely.
I mean, I say no way, but I mean, we saw what happened a couple years ago with the kick six. So
right.
I mean, anything's possible. Yeah, but Alabama's going to roll in that game.
Absolutely. Let's travel. Florida State.
You know, that's hard. It's in Tallahassee. FSU.
Keep in mind, Florida just went to Baton Rouge and beat the Tigers.
Florida can win this game.
I agree that they can.
Offensively, they don't have enough to win this game. But they have the best defense in the country.
They definitely have the best defense. And we're going to talk about that a little later with the SEC Championship coming up. So who else we got? We got Mississippi State.
The Egg Bowl. The interesting about that one is whoever wins goes to a bowl. Who loses, that's a wrap.
Yep.
Doesn't go to a bowl.
Yep.
I actually enjoy watching that rivalry. Saturday, 12 o'clock, SC Network. Georgia Tech. Who you like in that one?
I think Georgia's gonna get it. I think maybe Kirby
I think
Smart
Georgia
is
Tech
beginning.
takes them.
You think Georgia Tech gets them?
Georgia Tech's on a roll.
Wow, man. I think hoping Kirby Smart has turned the corner there.
We got
We have Michigan and Ohio State.
the big game.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Man, I don't know who wins that one.
The winner goes to the playoffs.
I know
for
who
sure.
I want to win. I want Michigan to win.
I want Michigan to win too. I do not
But
like
Ohio State probably wins that game.
Oh my goodness, I hope Ohio State loses. I do
But
not
there's
like Ohio State.
There's like 25 rivalry games this weekend. It's kind of hard to like say, well, there's we got to pinpoint so many, but this is definitely a must-watch college football weekend with all the rivalries starting on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. I mean, there's just so many we talk about. So great weekend. Unfortunately, it's the last weekend. Also, we got coming up. I know you probably don't pay attention to this, but we got some 1AA football coming up. The playoffs. Playoffs.
No, I'm not
We got
watching.
actually playoffs.
No, I haven't been watching any 1AA football, Corey.
It's one of my favorite things to watch because 1AA actually has a true playoff system, and they will actually crown a true champion. There's no politics, no BS,
No, none of that.
and it also North Carolina A&T got in from the MEAC, and the MEAC normally never
No.
qualifies any teams in there because they refuse to play in the playoffs. So interesting to watch, which leads us to our next segment coming up after the break. We've got a special guest, former Rebound High tailback, now in college, his freshman year just completed. We got Deshaun McNair coming up, and we'll be back in 2 minutes with Deshaun McNair, the Duval Sports Show.
Does Charlie Strong get a win?
He better.
Well, he's already fired.
That's one reason why I brought up the playoffs, is because we're talking about it. We're coming back.
No, I know.
Yeah, Central beat A&T. Yeah, they did. And Central decided to go to bowling.
Right.
Yeah,
Central want to be at. They want
A&T is going to play Rhode Island. It's one of the
When you go back and short, they talk like a coach, I need to get it. They get them there. Go back and you ain't trying? Oh, bro. The bar, y'all know the bar? You know the bar? It's way out, but take out your first, get off, and
Oh yeah, that's right past we went that shit. Right past. That's Crestfield and all that.
Crestview, past Crestview, keep going on. I'm from over that way, not from the bar, but we can get off from Crestview and go north. My mom's from out there. All right, no problem. Y'all come out. I'll be going home. But I always say if I had to take a team on Florida. I'm not from Florida.
check. Yeah, make sure you like put it like you're eating it, basically.
No,
No, you gotta get a little closer.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta talk louder. Yeah.
and it's directional. So really, when you say like you're eating it, it's better when you
Like this?
Yeah.
See?
There you go.
Alright.
Check.
Okay, y'all about ready?
You ready?
Yeah. Alright.
They'll come out again tomorrow. Last week.
No, what's your name? In the mic.
Oh, Deshaun McNair. You get it? You get it?
No, I didn't get it.
Deshaun McNair.
I didn't get it. My genetic hearing is gone.
Air McNair.
Say it again. What school you go to?
I go to Elon.
Who?
Elon.
Where is that?
It's North Carolina.
I never paid.
Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had heard of them. You said you were going there.
Couple of first coach. A few years ago. Adrian McClendon played cornerback.
Okay.
It just north of our receiver. Senior this year.
Well, I'm gonna ask you like how they scouted you. I know a D2 school wanted you back.
Warner.
No, Tusculum.
Oh, Tusculum.
Which
Yeah.
is where they tried to get, what was the league running back last year?
Tony Bell.
They were trying to get him.
He's there.
Oh, he is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's there.
I kept trying to get him. I was like, man, they want you back, man. Savannah State, also.
Yeah.
Savannah State keeps me up every year. Who should we get? Tony was going back and forth.
Yeah, Tony's up there. Yeah.
So you're in the Colonial, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like William and Mary.
It's tough.
How many teams made the playoffs?
Usually around 4 or 5 in my conference.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like the top conferences, it's between us, CAA, and another conference. You get between 4 or 5 teams each.
Yeah, y'all play one of the best conferences.
Yeah.
I follow NAA playoffs. I like it.
Usually, I know JMU's going for sure.
Yeah.
JMU thing.
No, not the budget.
Is it New Hampshire?
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
Villanova now? Yeah, Villanova.
Richmond.
Richmond. I think that's who we're playing AP plays, I think.
They play Richmond.
I think so. I knew it was one of the northern schools up there somewhere. But I don't think nobody's going to touch North Dakota State.
I like to see them play JMU.
North Dakota State
I like to see them play JMU.
going for 6 in a row.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're bad.
You're not going to let you get.
You ready?
JMU bad, boy.
You ready? Quiet on set. Quiet on set.
And 1, 3, 4, 4.
And we're back with the Duval Sports Show. We're switching to college here again. We got Deshaun McNair, former Ribault Trojan tailback, now in college, just completed his freshman season. Deshaun, tell us, so when did you get back?
I actually got back yesterday morning, so I'm here till Sunday. So
Okay, so spend some time with some family.
yeah,
When's the last time you saw your family?
probably like 2 weeks ago. You know, they came up to the game, so
Now, we know your mom is very active on social media. She's always keeping Jacksonville updated with how you're doing. So I know that you led the Elon Phoenix in rushing as a freshman,
yeah, I did.
like 500 yards. How many touchdowns?
522 yards, 3 touchdowns, like 15 receptions.
That's pretty remarkable for a freshman.
Yeah.
So, how did Elon come in the picture when you were in high school?
Honestly, I was around week 7 or week 8 of last year, my senior season in high school. Coach Brown, he just hit me up. It was a Saturday morning after a Friday night game. He called me and I answered. He's like, hey, it's Coach Brown from Elon. So I immediately get excited. Conversation went on, and he went on to tell me that they would like to offer me. From then on, I know that's probably
And you're like,
how it ended up.
who? Elon who?
Nah, I knew of him. It was a couple players. First coach went there a few years back. So.
Yeah, you were mentioning some of the players that play there from First Coast and
Yeah.
stuff. So, that's in North Carolina, right?
Yeah, North Carolina.
So, you're a freshman, you're going up there. What are your expectations?
Basically, get there, give them all, and see what I can do.
And so you end up leading the team in rushing. I mean, realistically, is that what you thought that you would do when you got there?
My goal was to get there and compete and try to win a starting job, which I ended up doing eventually. And, yeah.
So I'm sure they had juniors and seniors that played in that position. And for a freshman to come in there and just take over that spot.
Yeah, it was one senior, 3 other freshman bats came in, and 2 sophomores.
Okay. Now, I know you're busy with college, but are you able to follow the Trojans at all this year?
Yeah, I follow them week by week.
Week by week? Okay. So you know that they beat Reigns.
Yeah, I know that.
I understand you watched the game on Huddle, right?
Yeah, I watched the whole game. Play 1 to play 100 and whatever it was.
Yeah, so they went to the playoffs, so I know you're able to follow in there. So pretty good season for the Trojans, you think?
Fell short, so pretty good season, but you got to finish the job. So
Okay. So what are your expectations going into your sophomore year?
just continue to improve and play better year by year. So
Okay. Let's talk about your league a little bit. A couple of those teams are in the playoffs.
yeah,
What do you predict? Who goes the farthest, you think?
I think that'll be probably a little further between JMU and Richmond.
Now you just said you thought James Madison would compete with North Dakota State.
Yeah, I really believe that. I mean, they were 9-1 on the season. The only loss coming to North Carolina, which is FBS ACC program. They played them pretty well up until late in the second half. Carolina finally pulled away.
So I imagine dorm food is not that great. So come home and mom, you got mom's cooking this week. So
Yeah.
so how do you feel about that?
I always get excited to eat. I love to eat.
So what's the first thing that you're like, man, I can't wait for Thursday for it?
Probably the ham.
The ham, okay.
I'm not a big turkey guy. I love ham. But,
Me too. I don't like
yeah.
turkey either. But the one thing on my list right now is sweet potato pie.
Oh yeah, I love sweet
That's
potato
the
pie.
first thing I'm gonna go buy tomorrow.
I like to save it for last.
Save it for last.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's the first thing I gotta buy tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It's for Thursday. So, so obviously you got 3 more years of college. You got spring practice coming up in April. What do you do from now till then?
We actually have winter workout starting pretty soon. Not exactly soon. Not exactly sure when, but I know it's pretty soon.
What is the conditioning like?
It's way different from high school. If I can tell anybody coming from high school to college, just make sure you train hard before you get there so you can make transition that much smoother.
That's my next question was going to be, if there was some advice you could give to a senior this year, what would it be?
Yeah, don't think of the season over. You get a break. Don't take a break. Try to stay in tip-top shape.
Try to tell these kids football is a year-round sport. It really is when you get to college.
Year-round, yeah.
All right, well, Deshaun, congratulations on a fabulous freshman year. Led the team in rushing. Hopefully, we'll get 1,000 yards next year.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to be
By the time you leave, hopefully 4,000, 5,000 yards for a career.
trying to break some records. I'm trying to lead the lasting mark there. So.
Okay. Oh, before I go, I got to ask. We had your younger brother here a couple weeks ago. And what is this about? You went to Reebok,
Yeah.
and he's talking about going to Reigns.
I mean, ever since he was young, that's what he always spoke of. That's where he wanted to go. So, I mean.
Does he not know the blue and white? I mean, he wore blue and white this year, too.
No, actually, I think he was a Reigns fan this year, but.
And I'm saying he was a Reebok middle.
Oh yeah, Reebok middle. Yeah. I actually had a couple homeboys. I went to Reebok middle. They ended up going to Reigns. So.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, it's going to be kind of weird if he goes to Reigns and see him on the sideline, so we'll see how it goes. So.
I'm rooting for him, but come Reigns and Reebok, I'm sorry, you have four losses in 4 years. So.
All right, well, Deshaun, good luck going to sophomore year.
Thank you.
And we'll be following you all over social media again.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Is that the kid? came back up. Corey said he went out for 30 seconds. Yo, Karen.
Okay. You were. No. I was saying I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did I miss something?
Much. Okay, says we're connected. So we should be out. All right, come on in, Q.
Man, just
Yeah.
we can't change it. We can't move it up.
Slide on over, man. Slide your chair on over some more. Tighten up.
Yeah, tighten up, man.
Tighten up.
Right now, I mean, we tight.
No, this.
Man,
like, oh,
man, look at
right.
it. Man, look at
The
that.
gap.
Q.
Is that better?
There you go.
Q got a little bit of
Man, I look like Casper over here.
male insecurity.
I got some like radiation going on my face. Look, for real, look.
Hey, we're close enough.
You are glowing.
Look, see? My face is like all.
He look like a ghost. Man, you look like you're like
Radiation.
Like not here, like
I'm a ghost. Yeah.
I'm
going
Christmas has
Going
I
to
know,
get a
right?
curse from the time.
Christmas past
Not gonna
and
work.
Christmas to come, you know.
I want you to win this week, not next week.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're live.
Andre Ellis here with Duval Sports. I'm back. I joined Corey again, my main man, and we got Q in the house, Corey. Q. You know when we bring Q on, man, you know it's time for business, right?
It's
business.
legit, yeah.
Business, as they say, business.
Time to work now.
Q, man, how we doing?
We're good, Dre. How's it going?
Man, I can't complain, man. You know, I got my Jaguars jacket on, man, because that weather done dropped outside. So, but too bad the Jaguars not had it heating up. So I don't know what's going on with them, but
The Jaguars are ice cold. They're ice cold.
man, let's talk about some hot teams. Let's talk about high school football, y'all. High school football is king, of course, around here in Northeast Florida. And oh man, we have some really nice action matchups going on. Some big time games of local teams who made it to the second round, and they got a chance to play each other to vie for the third round. So lots of stuff, man. Let's go around real quick. Q, let's start with you. You got a chance to see North Florida Christian come in town to face University Christian. Tell us about that game.
It was just complete dominance by University Christian. They came out. They came out in the game, and from beginning to end, they just dominated. I will tell you, North Florida Christian had a great defense. UC had the ball inside of the 50, on North Florida's 50, about 4 or 5 times in the first half, and they only got 2 scores out of it on that. But they got a couple scores off of turnovers. I believe at halftime the score was like 30-7, somewhere around in there. University Christian, you know, I was very surprised. I was surprised. They did get a couple calls that go their way. I don't know if you saw my video on Twitter.
I did.
The receiver caught the ball. He was clearly out of bounds. I think in my tweet I said they called it a catch, but you know.
The eye on the sideline don't lie, and that was your phone, wasn't it?
I was sideline. I went back and put it in slow motion and looked at it. His feet was on the line. His foot was on the line when he came down. But anyway, University of Christian was complete dominance. No doubt they deserved to win that game. They will go on to play this week. They travel. They go on the road. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Corey. Well, first of all, you can check out Q's story on DuvalSports.com, North Florida Christian and University Christian, a great story by Q. Let's head on over to Corey, man. You was out in the sticks, out in Baker County, huh?
Cole McClenny, yeah.
Oh, man. For Baker and Clay, a rematch.
Right, and in fact, 4 weeks ago, Clay went to McClenny, and McClenny whooped them. They ran for over 250 yards. Baker County beat them 28-14 to clinch the district, which forced Clay to go on the road to the playoffs. And everybody thought that they would get back and play each other in the playoffs. Nobody saw what happened Friday night.
I definitely did.
I got reminded by a couple parents, it's okay, you know, nobody saw this. Clay just whooped them.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage, athlete to athlete. They held Baker to 5 yards rushing.
Amazing.
After giving up 250 4 weeks ago.
That's crazy. And Baker County has a stable of backs, not just one. I mean, they got multiple backs.
The quarterback, Joe Green, he'll
Green.
burn you with his legs, his arm. They've got Seth Page, a tailback. You know, he'll run for 120, 200 sometimes. They got a fullback, Josh Haygood. He's pretty good. So they got a really good running game. And Clay just totally dominated him. And Clay put up 35 in the first half. Clay came out throwing, which caught everybody off guard.
Caught him off guard. Wow.
And the Clay coaches told me they've been preparing for this for 4 weeks.
Wow.
And they just went in there and started throwing passes on them and got up on them 35-0. We had a running clock the first play of the third quarter.
Amazing.
That's amazing. And I was following this game on Twitter, and I will tell you that the people on the sidelines I was with Brian Jackson from Channel 4, and Dan Hicken was out there. And when we was looking at these updates, everyone was just like, wow, no one saw this one coming.
Really?
I mean, everyone was like, wow, it was amazing. So, you know, very impressive win.
I mean, because even that game 4 weeks ago, it was 28-14, but it was like 21-14 in the fourth quarter. So it was a close game back then. So, yeah, to be a running clock was just unheard of.
So, Baker County, the district champions.
Oh, yeah, and I'll add this, because why you're getting there.
Yeah.
This is the 6th time Baker County has been
That's
to
where I
the
was going. Yeah.
second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
They are now 0-6 in the second round.
Wow.
The ghost of the second round for them.
They just cannot get past the second round. It's just crazy.
Can't get over the hump.
One loss all year to a fantastic Madison team. They're at home against a team they already beat, and they had to have looked dejected that night. I mean, how did they look, Corey?
Like they lost their best friend, they lost their cousin. The fans were yelling at the referees. I'm like, you're down 35-0. I don't think it's the referees'
It's
fault.
not the referees.
You're losing because you can't stop them.
Wow.
I mean, the Clay quarterback, Caleb Eason, 16-21 for 257.
Wow.
3 touchdowns first half.
They saw something on film that they said that we can exploit.
And that's what they said. Yeah, they said they saw after that game, the first game, they said we can expose them, and they did.
I'm sure Clay was ecstatic, and they're moving on, right? I mean, who are they playing next? You know? And I said this on Twitter the other night. There's 3 things you're guaranteed: death, taxes, and the Blue Devils going far in the playoffs. This is the 3rd out of the last 4 years they've made it this far. That's a good one, Corey. I got to coin that for you. So, yeah. Clay, one of the storied high schools here in the area. Always, like you said, always great. It started off a little slow, but you knew they were going to kick it in gear. I mean, you actually knew that too, right?
Oh yeah, and there's another team just like them
Bartram Trail, same thing. Every year, they may go 5-5 in the playoffs,
Right.
and here they are, round 3, playing Lee Friday night,
But you know why though, right? I mean, you know why they're winning, right?
because the 3-headed monster.
No. The three-headed monster is not what they're winning.
Yes,
they're
they
winning
are.
because they given it to the one-headed monster now. That's Joey Gatewood, my number 5 quarterback that I voted about three months ago, right? That y'all laughed at me and said that he's not one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
He's not. He's a tremendous athlete. but
Did
he's
you
not-
see those highlights?
Not one of the best quarterbacks. But anyway, they went on the road to Buval,
Yeah.
shut him out.
Shut
I think
him
it was
out.
24-0, I think it was.
Yeah, early, and they just dominated. But they gave the ball to Joey Gatewood. I mean, read option, he would keep it, take it all away. They could not stop him. They called him Cam Newton out there. That's what they called him. So, Bartram will take on Lee. We'll visit Lee. So that's going to be a really good game. Lee, of course, defeated Columbia. That was a rematch as well. Beat them. Man, they took them to the woodshed too, Q.
Yeah.
They put up 42 points, 42-7 this time.
Absolutely, man. That was, again, we all expected Lee to win. We expected Lee to beat Columbia. I watched Columbia play early in the year. I absolutely knew after watching Lee and Columbia both play that Lee would handle Columbia hands down, would not be a problem. You know, Columbia coming to the backyard was not going to be a challenge for Lee.
He did say that. He said that Lee would take him to the woodshed. Wherever the woodshed is, that's where they took him. I mean,
It's somewhere off of McDuck. Hey, they don't call
somewhere in the backyard. Wherever
They
it is.
don't call it the backyard for no reason.
Well,
That's exactly what I thought.
The woodshed's in the backyard.
well,
That's
I'm sure
exactly what I
Columbia don't want to
said.
go back to the woodshed, wherever that is. I mean,
Yep.
Columbia. Man, another team that was in that woodshed with Columbia was Reigns.
Oh my God. Let me.
And I hate to talk about it because my dad's in the audience and he's a Reigns Viking. He's an alum. But man, 60.
What happened?
What
By Bowles.
happened? Let me tell you. They had just played about 4 weeks ago, 3 to 4 weeks ago. What was the final score of that game?
24-23.
Yeah,
24-23. It was a 1 point.
Right.
What was the difference? What did Corky Rogers go back and do?
Well, he did nothing different. The first game was played by penalties. Corey, was at that game. It was a penalty played game, which severely hampered both teams. But if you give Corky Rogers a second shot at a team, I'm picking Corky every time. So it wasn't anything that Corky did different. It's just that they knew what Reigns was going to do. They knew what Ivory Durham the fourth was going to do. He was going to scramble left, scramble right. They had film to look at now. The loss with Reball. So they had a lot of things to look at and study heading into that game, and they just ran all over them. Jalen McLeod, our former DuvalSports honoree, Jalen McLeod ran for over 200 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I saw that. 246 yards, I believe. Just
246, 4 touchdowns.
right.
I mean, you lose about 40 points. I'm thinking Reigns must have had like 8 turnovers.
No, it really wasn't a lot of turnovers. It was just pure domination, which, if you all recall, I said at the very beginning, Corey, back me up. I said at the very beginning, in fact, you ain't got to back me up because you were going for Reigns. I got my partners in the house, okay? All right? My Bowles partners in the house. I said that Bowles was going to run over Reigns and run over everybody.
You said
and they laughed at me, didn't they? They laughed at me.
But Dre,
He laughed at me.
you also said the Saints would be in Orlando too.
But they lost their
So
quarterback.
go figure.
Man, I believe.
I am a Saint though, so that's like my sister saying that Bishop Kenny was going to be in Orlando. She's going to say that because she went there. That's like you saying Orange Park was going to be there.
No, Orange Park wasn't getting there.
Man, Amari Terry, a great game. Man, they used him in so many ways. He really opened it up. He had 2 touchdowns himself. Just amazing offensive effort. And the defense, Amar Ross, was laying the wood out there, man. It was just a dominating game, and man, Reigns was catching it on social media from their faithful, man. I mean, they want to fire Wiley.
Well, not just them, but the whole north side.
Yeah.
With Reebok going down too.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. too.
Everybody's like, what's wrong with the north side?
Well, we'll talk about Reebok because I told you guys on here last week about that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, well, you can go to DuvalSports.com, of course, to catch Corey's story on Becker County, to catch my story on Bowles, and we also have a rundown of all the playoff wins. One of those wins was, of course, Ponte Vedra defeating Reebok in a very close one. Ponte Vedra went up 28-6. Nick Tronte, Hal Swan dominating Reebok, but Jalen Joyner tweeted out, said that all the Reebok fans left when they were down 28-6.
I know they did.
And they came storming back and ended up losing 35-32.
Yeah, and I believe Corey picked Reebok. Corey, didn't you pick Reebok on the show last week?
I did.
Yeah. Corey, I told you I watched Reebok play about 3 times this year.
Yeah.
I knew they were not going to beat Ponte Vedra.
Yeah.
Absolutely knew.
Q is the Reebok guru. Q said that Reebok would beat Yulee, and I said, what? I said, after what they've done this year, they haven't done anything this year. And then he said, they're going to beat Yulee. And sure enough, they beat Yulee. So
I picked them to win too, by the way.
Yeah.
I was the only one to pick them over Reigns.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they got down very early, but let's give credit where credit's due. The credit is going to Ponte Vedra.
Yeah.
Just an amazing offense, Corey. Tronte, one of the best quarterbacks in this area. But Hal Swan, man, a little running back, shifty, but he leads them in rushing. He has over 1,000 yards this year. Won't go to a big college because of his size, but man, I think he's the leading rusher in Ponte Vedra history. Man, just an awesome kid out there, man. And Ponte Vedra is going to the next round, and Reebok's going home. So the question is, what is wrong with the north side?
Well, before I get to that, Ponte Vedra will join them after this week too.
Oh, wow. Okay, you think so?
Hold on, Corey. Hold on.
Oh,
Corey.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So Ponte Vedra's going to lose.
Ponte Vedra going home Friday too.
I don't agree with that, Corey.
I picked Rickards to play for a state championship.
Okay.
Yeah, Rickards is coming to town, and they are
Rickards
good.
is bad.
Now, does Ponte Vedra go to Rickards? Or?
No, Rickards goes to Ponte Vedra.
Oh, man, they're going to lose.
They're going to lose.
Yeah. Ponte Vedra's going to take that.
Ponte Vedra going to get them, buddy.
No.
What's wrong with the north side? Corey, go first.
You know, I've seen on social media a lot of people blame the coaches. It's probably a combination of questionable offensive play calling. You know, a lot of kids transferring, teams not being able to play with each other for multiple years. But every school is going through that. I really can't give a definite answer of what's going on, because Jackson and First Coast are terrible now. Everybody's going to Reigns and Reebok. I don't know. I mean, last year Reigns went to the state championship game. This year Bowles was better this year.
Yeah. Q, what's your assessment?
I'm going to tell you what's wrong with the north side.
Oh, all right. Tell us. Lean in, Corey.
Especially with Reebok and Reigns, it's a lack of talent. And I'm going to tell you what has happened.
Lack of talent?
Yeah, it's a lack of talent. And I will tell you why.
I'm glad Deshaun McNeil left already.
No, it's not.
Oh, he's still in the parking lot.
No, let me tell you what has happened. What has happened. You're going to agree with this, Dre,
Okay.
is the private schools come in and they pluck out all the great players.
Okay.
The Bishop Kennys, the Bowles, the Trinities, the Episcopals, they come in, they come in, and they come get the good players, and then the other players are stuck there.
Nah.
No, that is the case. That is
No,
what
that's not
no,
the case.
no, no.
That is
That
not
is
the
the case.
Oh, man.
That is the case. That is the case.
Hey,
A lot of these players,
I
a lot of these players at these private schools.
Hold on.
No,
Wait,
not
wait,
on them.
Q,
I know a
wait.
couple kids that go to Bowles. Jalen McLeod, I don't have nothing against him, but I know he didn't go to Bowles. I know he didn't. No, I know he didn't. He been there. What I'm saying is these they come recruit him. They come take them out. These private schools operate like colleges.
Right.
They come in, they recruit them, they pick them up, they take them out, and these other kids are stuck there.
All right, Corey disagrees. Corey, you next.
Well, I'm just saying I disagree with the fact they don't raid the north side.
Okay.
They're getting the best players from all over. I mean, they're getting players from the west side, south side. They're not getting. I mean, if that was the case, they would have HJ.
Well, they can have HJ, but
They could.
HJ's father went to Reigns because Reigns were the state runner-ups. They beat Bowles, so he took them to Reigns because Reigns beat Bowles. But don't be surprised if HJ leaves next year.
Bowles has blue-collar kids. They're not getting the kids they used to get back in the 90s.
That's true.
They just have the best coach in the country. And the best assistant coach in the country. And the best special teams coach. They have the best coaching staff, period. And that's why they continue to win.
But what about UC? What about Trinity? What about teams?
That's a different
teams
story.
like that?
That's a different story.
Well, that's what we're talking about. What's the question?
Bowles,
What's wrong with the North
Bowles
Side?
doesn't have the talent that Trinity and UC has.
So what's wrong with the North Side? Because if it's not the talent, and we know traditionally, okay, let's start middle school, and we can have this conversation on DuvalSports because we cover middle school. All right, all the talent, most of the talent in middle school is on the North Side. Probably the 3 best teams in middle school football are on the North Side: Gilbert, Kirby, Reball. Okay, they'll probably beat all the other teams except maybe Fletcher. If they're on the North Side, then where are they going if they're not going to Reball, Reigns, and Jackson? Where are they going?
Where are they going?
Fletcher, Sandalwood,
Nah, I disagree
Mandarin.
with that. I disagree with that.
Fleming Island.
well, that's actually proving your point.
Oakleaf.
That's actually proving your point.
It's proven, yeah. They're being
I'm
plucked
saying,
out.
but they're not just going to bowls. They're going everywhere.
Well, this is
Michael
not a
Young,
bowl.
Michael
This is not a
Young played
Bowles
for Jackson
question.
last year. He
Yeah.
now plays for Fletcher.
Yeah, this is
not a Bowles question.
Yeah, it's not against Bowles.
This is what's wrong with the North Side.
Right, but these kids, they're being plucked out. They're being taken out of their neighborhood schools, and they're going to different schools. I think every one of us can know kids that were living in the North Side, live over there, but go to schools in different areas.
Yeah. Well, let's look at some of the playoff teams that won. Okay, so you got Bartram that won. You got Ponte Vedra that won. You know who else? Lee.
St. Augustine,
won. St. Augustine won. Now
Don't
Corey,
mess with the odds.
let me ask you about St. Augustine before we wrap it up. St. Augustine, I've covered them. Man, they've got some studs over there. You mean tell me all those studs are coming from St. Johns County?
Yes.
Wow.
They don't recruit.
They've got some studs, man.
And it's been like that since the late 90s when Coach Wiles was there. The best St. John's players go to that school. They've got traditionally they go 3 and 4 rounds deep. They've got a state championship over there. They've got 1 or 2 state runners up. I mean, that is a program. And I was a little surprised they made it this far, but now this is the 3rd straight Panhandle team they will face. I didn't expect them to even get past the first round. So what Coach Braddock has done, taking Mandarin all the way to the Elite 8, and now taking St. Augustine,
Yes.
1 game away from the Final Four, is tremendous.
Yeah, it is.
And it's because they have a program. They have a community. They have a middle school program that feeds into them. That's what a program is.
And I agree with that. St. Johns County does operate as a program, and that is exactly how their school system is set up and such, and it is a program over there. And I do agree with Corey that they are not recruiting out of St. Johns County, but they also have the best schools in the state. You know, hands down, their schools are rated #1 in the state of Florida. So they have the best teachers, the best coaches, the best everything in St. Johns County.
Cole Northrop threw a couple touchdowns in that game. Of course, Jock.
My man Jock
ran
Russell.
wild again. So congratulations to St. Augustine and all the rest of the playoff teams. Of course, I don't want to forget anything. Q, have we forgot any team that won? I think we covered everything. Lee.
We got Lee.
We got everybody.
Trinity,
Lee.
UC.
We didn't talk about Trinity, so we got to get them in there. Trinity, they beat Taylor County last week and beat Florida High. Trinity's going to state, right?
They did what they were supposed to do.
Trinity will win their 4th state championship. They've won 3 in a row. There's no one in between them. I think they play in 3A, right? There's no one's going to beat them in 3A all the way. because they went out and got every kid from everywhere else.
Andre, I said before they even won their third that they were going to win 5 in a row.
You did.
And I stick to it to this day.
Okay. Well, the most exciting Trinity story is congratulations to DJ Matthews and Sean Wade. They were selected to the U.S. Army All-American team today. Congratulations to Sean Wade and DJ Matthews. Duval is very, very proud of you. So we're going to come back with some middle school recap on the DuvalSports show. And, man, we're going to be at some games next week, right?
Oh,
For
yeah.
high school football.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Absolutely.
Always follow these
Yeah,
guys on
Friday
Twitter.
night.
These guys at Twitter, locked down, okay? We'll be back.
Now, one thing I will give, I know we still on. One thing I will give Trinity props on is they went out and they will play different teams. They bought into IMGs. They bought in different teams to challenge them.
That's true.
So I will give them that. But probably I do have an issue with the
And
private. They do that.
they took heat because of that tough schedule. They were 7-3, and everybody said, "Oh, what's wrong with Trinity?" There ain't nothing wrong with Trinity.
No, there's nothing wrong with
Trinity.
Trinity.
Played a hard, demanding schedule.
They played a hard schedule.
and that's why they're going to win state championship again.
I disagree. Trinity, there was something wrong with Trinity compared to teams past. They're not as good, but you can't say that because they're gonna win the state.
At the bottom,
The state teams are sorry. Florida High, really?
I know.
Florida
they won't be
High in the
protected.
second round. I mean, Florida High, Florida State's high school. I mean, what have they ever won? I
But
mean,
all that matters is this. That's all that matters.
they were 8-6, I think. 8-4, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and they will. They'll win.
But they're not as good as last year's team.
No, but
Yeah, they're not as good. They're not.
they're going to 5 feet.
No, based off of the new system coming in next year.
Hold on.
Speaking to. Two segments.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. What you got to put in?
22 minutes on that segment.
What you got to put in another one in? Well, we do that because we don't have a.
I know, yeah.
Right.
What's that?
No, no. Can I talk?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do one more segment.
No, I just
Me
have
and
a
Corey
quick
gonna do
question.
this. Yeah.
Don't y'all normally get a barbecue?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, because I have remember I got one of yours last time and that's what I ordered.
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
good.
remember which one.
Yeah, let's knock out middle school.
All right,
Yeah, yeah.
Drink. Give me that brown cool over there. Oh, man, it's a good segment. Good segment.
So how long was that segment supposed to be?
Well, we were supposed to have 2 middle school teams, and they didn't show up.
Okay,
So
so
we
you
just kind of
just-
roll with high school a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do briefly middle school.
I got partners, man, they recruit them when they in Pop 1.
Public school, hey,
People don't be trying to
Man, they recruit them in 8th grade.
I've been hearing about.
And it's not just football either because at
No.
Kenny,
And,
our
and, and,
baseball team
and,
recruits.
and both
Our baseball
recruit
team got
outside of the state of Florida. People don't realize that. For football, they recruit football, swimming, tennis, they recruit outside the state.
And you're right. I'm not, we're all against football, but you're right. It's not limited.
Let me tell you what Corky Rogers told me. I asked Corky Rogers.
Our baseball team.
I asked him. I said, "What do you feel about the new rule that allows people to go to any school they want to?" You know what he said? He said that's been happening already. He said people change addresses and go to whatever school that they want to. So it's, you know, so people act like kids or at Rains all live in Rains area. No, some of them don't live in that area. So I mean, it happens in every school. Hey, Corey.
And they go talk to the kids.
They go
Cool.
talk.
Let's knock it out. We'll do. We'll 5 minutes. We'll talk about
I never forget my son in another class. And then my son and them, they got so frustrated.
5 minutes and then we'll
All of them, one went to be a star running back.
Is this good?
One was a star running back at First Coast. The other starting running back went to Atlantic Coast. But all those guys was from the north side. They were recruited.
And then, not only they go get them,
And they pay the
Oh, they
kids.
pay
they
their
make sure
tuition.
that, yeah, I'm saying, a normal kid couldn't afford to go to those schools because it's $20,000 a year.
Yeah, you can't go to Bowes. You can go to UC.
Yeah.
UC and Bishop Kenney's like
But
$4,000.
Episcopal
But Episcopal and the rest of
Yeah.
Bowles, they're high.
Trinity,
Trinity.
$20,000 a year.
Yeah.
Trinity, I know, I looked into it one time. And then you go over there, and they make sure these kids get to the school, they provide transportation to them, they go pick them up, they get them home. They pay.
If you haven't noticed, all of our private schools have like a private school little bus
Yeah.
that goes, because I was, my
And the
grandfather
coaches
worked
personally used to go pick up kids, man, then with practice during the summer and everything. And see, and I was at both of them because before my son transferred from UC, we were looking at Trinity. And Trinity, I know the coaches at Trinity. And they done built the program. And you know, now they got, once you establish
Trinity
the program,
raised Sweetwater.
yeah, exactly. And you got it right, and you got it right about,
I really thought
and you got it right by St. John's County. St. John's County is smart. St. John's County make their kids, they make their middle school kids run the same offense and defense that the high school does. So when you go from the middle school to the high school, you run that same program. And that's what UC started doing when LD was there. That's why they got rid of the black coach. LD's ninth grade year, the next year they got rid of Coach Moses. Because Coach Moses ran a certain offense, and the Boston was going into the spread offense. Coach Moses said, no, we're going to run what I run. And this is what I run, and we're going to stick with it.
I can't believe you have an 18.
Got another coach in there. That coach runs the same offense
If he has an
that the
18-year-old,
Boston.
he's free
So
to
when you come in the 7th grade, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, you know exactly what the Boston is doing. You come in and you just step right
That's
on.
how Madison and Popka, Pop Warner, middle school and high school all run the same offense.
All run the same offense, and that's what St. John's kept.
UC now has a Pop Warner team.
Yeah.
But they smart. What they did is they built it to do community and bring people, and then they went from it. Because that's how they built. Because
Right.
man, let me tell you, man, they was coming to me and all the others, and we was helping them because we were moving.
Yeah.
So we was helping them. Like, you know somebody,
What I did deserve for this because
That's why the private schools have played out year after year after year after year. There's never a rebuilding.
First place, you did it, you've been looking for it.
and that's why a 1A team now can compete with a 3A or 4A. Because it's a totally different, because these kids who play in 1A can't play 3A, 4A.
And that's why they went back, and that's why they got the new system coming in next year.
Right.
Where you get points based off the teams you play.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, every team is ranked so many points. I read it today. So, you know, it's going to force these schools to play high-ranked teams because it's getting rid of the districts.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to make it competitive.
Yep.
Going into
It'll be curious to see Ball's schedule because
Yeah.
they struggle to have games.
Yeah, it's going to be competitive.
Who's gonna play them now?
Bowles is going to have to step out their comfort zone, and not just Bowles.
But let me tell you another thing what people don't know about the history.
No,
of
Bowles
And let me
Bowles
tell-
plays teams.
And let me tell you about the history of Bowles too.
What I'm saying is,
Bowles used to also
they're going to
used to
the new system that came
pick
coming
what district they used to manipulate the males. When you got so many males, you can go one. You know, it's all about the population.
The population, right.
And so they would go up and down so much, but then they finally started sticking with 3. But like Corey said, Bowles got the best coaching staff in Jacksonville, Florida. And Trinity is the second best. They got a coaching staff. With unbelievable. Like when LD played, it was like, you gonna sit in the stands? I say no. I'm gonna do the change on Corky's side and listen and watch this man coach.
Yeah, he's got a great staff. Yeah, he's got a great staff.
He got it.
And Dorman don't even do
And I
anything.
knew he
Dorman
was
just
gonna,
sit
I knew he
there.
was gonna get rain.
Yeah.
Once you get that feel,
Corky's best assistant coach. has been with him ever since Lee.
Oh,
Coach Bellinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
They've been together like 30-something years.
All right, let's roll. We're gonna do
Middle school.
5 minutes. Middle school is next.
7 overtime.
Coach Nat, if you are looking, hey man, text Coach Nat and Coach Holloway. We're gonna talk about y'all. We're gonna give y'all our picks. We're gonna surprise y'all.
Well, he's on Messenger email.
On 5. Ready?
You good?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Welcome back to the Duval Sports Show. We're here for our final segment here at Gators Dockside. Hope you have been able to catch some of them wings, and man, some people have ordered some of the fried broccoli. That's good too, man. I had that for the first time, man. That's awesome.
I've been trying to tell you about that.
You have.
I had that from like August. Thanks to this people right here.
Yeah.
They got me hooked on the fried broccoli, man. That broccoli's off the chain.
Come on down and get some of that fried broccoli, and of course the wings here at Gators, man. But we're gonna go with our final segment. Probably one of our favorites, Corey. Middle school football, Duval County. Of course, we crowned Oakleaf as the Clay County champions. We crowned
Swiss Point
as St. John's, and now we got to crown Duval. We got to crown Duval, man. So let's talk about the two playoff games. Start out with Gilbert. Gilbert took on Twin Lakes, and that was a blowout.
What, 30-0, I think, around there?
Yeah, shut them out. Gilbert avenged the loss last year to Twin Lakes. Big time game from Kevontae Doles, who actually won the Jacksonville Heisman. Congratulations to Kevontae for winning that. But it was just an all-around team effort for Gilbert dominating Twin Lakes.
They've been waiting for that for well over a year. They felt they were the better team last year. I was at that game, came down to the last play of the game, drop pass in the end zone. Talk about Fletcher all you want, but they wanted Twin Lakes again, and they whooped them.
Yeah, they whooped them. So Gilbert advances to the championship, and they would wait to face
The winner of our crazy game.
And they had to wait a long time, huh, Corey?
Yes, they did.
They had to wait a long time. Lakeshore, the number 2 seed in the county, took on Fletcher, number 3. What a great game, man. Fletcher scored on the very first play of the game, right?
The fullback up the middle, nobody covered the fullback.
48, yeah.
He goes 52 yards. Fletcher's up 8-0, 18 seconds in the game. About 3 minutes later, Lakeshore ties it on a 23-yard run. It's 8-8, and that's a wrap. No more points scored. They're in regulation. It's 8-8 going into overtime.
8-8 for 3 quarters.
It was a sloppy second half and first half. Lots of fumbles, interceptions, and then overtime. And we're thinking, okay, it'll be over quickly. First overtime, and neither team had a kicker, so that's why it went so many overtimes. Neither team could kick the ball.
Right.
Every team was going for 2. And Dre, we were there all night.
All night long. That was the longest game. That had to be one of the longest games in Duval County history. It started at 6. It didn't end till like 10. I mean, that's like literally 10 o'clock.
Yeah, like
4 hours. So, man, what a game. Some great athletes in that game. For Lakeshore, man, number 5, Mac. Man, what a player he is. There were high school coaches out there just salivating at that kid. I mean, just an amazing talent, man. They put him at quarterback sometime. He would run a sweep. I mean, he did everything.
Now everybody wants to know what high school he's going to go to. and I'm told that it might be between Lee and Raines, but you never know where he ends up, too. Yeah. Another one, Christopher Freeman, played tailback and plays defense, too. He was big for Lakeshore. Yeah, he was. Fletcher had a lot of studs on their team. Number 11, Javon Heggs, played defensive back receiver.
Heggs was the difference maker. I mean, did you think? I mean, once they started giving him the ball, that's when they kind of opened up a little bit, you know? They
I don't know, Colby Smith, the big fullback, 48. I think he scored about 4 or 5 touchdowns.
He's a consistent part of their offense. Higgs is kind of a wild card.
Also got to mention one of your favorite players, linebacker, the headhunter,
Yes.
Christian Etheridge.
Christian, man, boy, I love you, man. Small kid, undersized, but man, he was bringing the heat, man. He was bringing the fire.
Also, the man that scored the winning touchdown in the 7th overtime. Not 1,
Not 2.
not 5, 7 overtime.
All right, LeBron.
Carlos Mendoza
Yeah, Carlos.
with the winning score.
Carlos redeemed himself. He fumbled earlier in the game. He was really down on himself. Went over to the sideline, but he's a feisty player too. I really like him. And he, it's hard to replace those stud running backs from last year that Fletcher had, but they've done a nice job of spreading it around. And Fletcher, man, they got the stop on defense that they needed.
Now let's go back to the first overtime. You got it on video. Yes, we got it on video. Fletcher won in the first overtime.
Yeah,
but
Fletcher won.
The officials ruled that he was down before he hit the goal line.
Yeah, we were on the sideline, and Kobe Smith got in the end zone. We were filming it. We ran it back, showed the police officer, and even he was like, "Yeah, that's a touchdown. The game should be over." So, because the refs missed the first touchdown in the first overtime, we had to go 6 more overtimes. Referees, come on, man.
And Andre was like, "God, I don't care who wins at this point.
Yeah.
Somebody just win." And I'm over there going, "Oh, let's play 6. Let's play 7. Wait, let's play 8. We almost went 8."
I have no idea what got into you, man. I think you were.
I just enjoy football, so I was like, let's play all night.
Man, you had a fever or something from how cold it was or something, man. Maybe make you delirious. So, great game. Congratulations to Lakeshore and Twin Lakes for great seasons.
It ain't over yet now.
No, I know. Well, it is for them.
No, they still got a game tomorrow.
Oh, that third place game doesn't count.
Hey,
that's
they're still playing.
No.
Third place game, 5 o'clock, First Coast, Lakeshore.
Congratulations, Twin Lakes and Lakeshore. Y'all did great. So we already know who's gonna win that Lakeshore and Twin Lakes game. So
Lakeshore
is gonna win it. So no knock on you, coach.
But now let's get to the championship game.
But they're gonna win it. Championship
rematch, week 1,
and rematch of championship back in 2014.
Gilbert won the first week, 30-0. You say this is a different Fletcher team.
It is.
I disagree.
Didn't you see a different Fletcher team that beat Lakeshore?
I didn't see a team that beat Lakeshore. I just saw Lakeshore beat themselves.
Oh, come on now, Corey. Come on now. Come on. You just said right here that Fletcher won in the first overtime, fair and square.
They did, but the refs didn't call it.
But so what I'm saying is that how can you say now
Fletcher won the game, but
Lakeshore
they
beat
didn't beat
themselves?
Lakeshore.
But how did Lakeshore beat themselves?
Not getting the 2-point conversions?
Okay, but can't Fletcher say the same thing?
I'm going to tell you how they hurt themselves. Let's go back to the 7th overtime.
Please enlighten me.
Lakeshore scores the first play of 7th overtime. It's a touchdown. They don't call it the entire overtime. Ineligible receiver. The Lakeshore touchdown goes off the board. Now they're 5 yards back. Now, granted, Fletcher made the play on 4th down.
Right.
But that touchdown should have counted, and we would still be playing right now.
That's true, but if the refs call that first touchdown in first overtime, the game is over. So we don't even get to the 7th overtime for that flag.
I understand what you're saying, but the referees didn't call it, so they kept playing.
Fletcher can
But
say the
anyway,
same
let's
thing.
get back to the game.
Yeah. So you don't think Fletcher is good enough to hang with Gilbert?
No.
Wow. How can you say that?
And I would have said the same thing about Lakeshore.
The defending middle school champions.
I don't think nobody could touch Gilbert.
Okay. So let me ask you this: what if it was Lakeshore and Gilbert? How would that game play out?
I just said that. I said I still wouldn't have picked Lakeshore.
But would it be close? Is what I'm asking.
No.
But you had to think.
I mean, Fletcher will hang with them for a quarter.
1 quarter, that's it?
Maybe 2.
Look, I'm telling you, this game's gonna be closer than that week 1 matchup. It's gonna be
Gilbert
closer.
and a running clock.
Running clock. Do you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He's picked Gilbert on a running clock against the defending middle school champions.
They didn't win 71 in a row for nothing.
I'm picking Gilbert to win, but only because Fletcher is down this year. They're not as good as they were last year. Gilbert is amazing. I mean, they have so many athletes. It's not going to be a running clock by the first quarter.
No, I didn't say first quarter. I just said it's going to be a running
It's
clock.
not going to be a running clock at all. I mean, they're going to play competitive football like they always do. If Fletcher doesn't turn the ball over, they got a shot to win. They got a shot to win.
I would agree with that.
Okay, you just said that they have no shot.
I
So-
said they don't have a shot, but I'm saying I would agree that they would help themselves if they don't turn the ball over.
Oh yeah, well, basically it won't be a running clock if they don't turn the ball over. Is that what you're saying?
No, regardless, it's going to be a running clock.
So,
But it'll be a lot closer if they don't turn the ball over.
so we're both picking Coach Dorsey, head coach, and Coach Holloway, assistant, and all the other assistants, the Gilbert Panthers, to win the 2016 Duval County Middle School Championship.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, look, that's going to be a great game. That is tomorrow.
Tomorrow, First Coast.
First Coast High School.
Probably 7:30. As soon as that Lakeshore Twin Lakes game, which starts at 5 o'clock, is done. So 7:30 around there.
So make sure you make it out to First Coast. Even if you can't make it out to First Coast, you can always follow us on Twitter, DuvalSports, at DuvalSports on Twitter. We'll have a live game updates of the Duval County Middle School Championship. And we'd like to thank Tammy Talley for everything that she and the staff at Duval County has done with that championship series. Man, it's great.
Yeah, because I had to chase down her to get rosters from the game last week. So
Oh, don't give Tammy a hard time.
appreciate Miss Talley coming through with the rosters.
Appreciate you, Tammy. So, all right, and that wraps it up, man, for another Duval Sports Show, man. We're so happy that you joined us here again at Gators Dockside. And follow us for next week. We'll be recapping the championship to see how Fletcher upset Gilbert.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Thank you so much. Have a good night. And hey, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Happy Thanksgiving. And G5.
You know I had to get that in there. I don't know what that means. But I had to
everybody.
Get that in.
It means that Gilbert is 5. Gilbert is good.
Oh.
5, F-Y-E. It means like tight. Like
Oh, is that what
good,
that means?
You know. Yeah.
I just hear Holloway always say that.
I was gonna have him.